What is up, guys? My name is Ben Petch, and welcome to the Real Christian Show. Guys, we got some good things for you today. If you're new to the show, know that we do cover four things in the Real Christian Show. Number one, we talk about current events. I'm very excited because this week we're going to have one of the guys that was running for governor for Utah. So we're going to be talking about what's going on in the world and everything with the current administration, politics, and a bunch of cool things. So stay tuned for that one. Second things that we do, we interview cool people. People that I truly believe they're doing they're being a great example in today's society, men and women, and we've done a lot of them. If you haven't heard Hunter's and I's episode, go listen. We recorded that last week and it was freaking fire. And the third thing that we do is I do my solo episodes where we talk about just resources, social media, sales, faith, and a lot of other things that can help you get better in life and make more progress towards your goals. Then the fourth thing that we do, it's Q&As, and you can submit your questions directly to my personal Instagram, BenjaPP201, so we can answer your questions directly and on this show. And we've done a couple of those, and there's been so much fun. So guys, remember that this episode and the show in general, we depend 150% on you guys. It's word of mouth. If you like the show, if you got value from it, if you learned something, if you had fun, if you laughed, share it with your friends and tag us on Instagram. If you didn't like it, don't share it. I'm cool with it. But I'm a true believer. I'm a value-driven guy. If this helped you in your life, share it. We grow as you guys share the show and talk with other people. So anyways, guys, today I have something very important topic to discuss. And this is a huge thing I learned last year. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to become an entrepreneur, you're a leader, you want to start a company, you always have that ambition, drive, creativity, and everything. A lot of the times, we want to, as entrepreneurs or in business, we want to receive a transaction or money right away. We want to think what's in it for us when we're trying to give our product or services or share gifts with the world, which that's a normal thing. And, that's a mistake that I did last year. And this is kind of like a revelation I had a couple months ago. I think it was in December. I was showering and it just hit me. And this is the reality. If you think about entrepreneurs and business and when you start something or service or program or whatever, most of the time, as I said, we want that monetary transaction in return. We're thinking right away, what's in it for me? And as I said, that's a normal, natural thing to do. But I want you guys to think of your favorite athlete, or your favorite artist, or your favorite singer, or your favorite creator, or your favorite whatever. Most likely, they spend years and years and years sharing their gift, talents, and skills, abilities, experiences, faith, and whatever they were great at, product, programs, or whatever, to the world for free. They were just in this state of just giving and giving and giving and giving. And the cool thing is that at some point in these people's lives, and the universe and God, they're so just as well, and fair, that at some point in their life, somebody came and they recognized the value that they've been giving away for so many years, or the gift that they have, or the skills, or the abilities, or all these different things. And they matched in a monetary transaction the value they were giving, and then they give it in return. It's like, for example, for a singer, hey dude, you've been making music for 5 years. I really like your music. I'm going to give you an opportunity because you have talent, you have skills, and I really like your gift. Or for whatever, like an artist or a creator, or videos, Instagram, like all these different stuff that they just share their gifts and talents and experiences for so many years until the universe and God matches with an opportunity or a monetary transaction in return. And I'm a true believer in that. I'm a true believer that God will always pay us back the stuff that we're giving. It's the law of give and return. Now, we don't give just because we want to get in return, but it's that idea of just giving and giving and giving. And it hit me because last year is the year I told you guys when I made the most mistakes in my life. And I truly believe part of it, I wasn't really content. I feel like a lot of just energy wise was hard because I was always thinking what I'm getting in return. And that's an issue because then I'm not able to deliver my gifts or my products or my services of my skills and talents and experiences and selflessly without thinking of what's in it for me. So when you get that away and you just focus on giving, I promise you guys that at some point, someone, opportunity, or whatever is going to come and you're going to start receiving. But you need to have that mentality, I'm going to give first. Most of the times, mentally, we want to receive before we give something. It's like, God, help me in this, and if you help me, I'm going to give. or like, God, if you do this for me, if you like bless me with this amount of money or this body or this person or this opportunity, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. And honestly, it doesn't work like that. What I've learned is that you gotta give first. If you want to make more money, you gotta give. If you want to receive love in your life, you gotta give love. If you want good things to happen to you, you gotta put that into the universe and into the world right now. This is a quote that I love, and hopefully you guys can remember because it has truly helped me in my life. And it says, God can only do for you what he can do through you. And that's the problem, is that most of the times we don't receive because we're not willing to let it flow and give it away. This is a analogy I learned from one of my mentors. He was talking about a pond, like a pond of water, or like this lake. Let's say there's no like water flowing out of the lake. Usually, when there's no flow of water going out and there's just like water coming in or whatnot, or the water's just there, the water is usually obviously stagnant, but it's usually pretty dirty. It's pretty green. You actually cannot see it through. It's not transparent. It's not clear. And then you take a river. Once you, for example, with the river, there's water flowing in and water flowing out. And the cool thing about the river is that the water is pretty clear. There's always coming a flow of water in and out, and there's always abundance in it. Now, I've learned that we as human beings, a lot of the times when it comes to a relationship with money, just relationships in general with people, love, friends, our bodies, just a mindset in general, we're kind of like the lake and the pond, that the water's just there. We just want to have and receive and like not literally not give. And that's why most of the times we don't get more, because remember, God can only do through you, for you, what he can do through you. So if it's not flowing through, if he cannot use you and the universe cannot use you and you're not giving those things away, you will not receive more. You got to make space for new ideas, new opportunity, new people, new relationship all the time. You got to reinvent yourself and recreate yourself and be reborn again all the time. You know, that's part of like our life and mortality, that we're always progressing. We're always shaping ourselves into a new person. We're always changing our beliefs and our ideas and growing and maturing and becoming better. But if you want to stay the same and you're stagnant and you don't want to give and there's no flow, you will live a miserable life. And I truly believe a lot of what happened in my life last year, it was because I was very stagnant and I was very tight, didn't want it to give. You know, I'm not gonna, like, most of my thoughts came from like, if I give money, I'm gonna lose it, or I don't want to give money because it's hard to get. So it's kind of like internal dialogue, and naturally, automatically, without me even noticing, until I started auditing my thoughts and my brain, I realized that that was the energy that I was putting out, and the faith that I was literally telling God, don't give me more, because I'm scared I'm gonna lose what I have, or I don't want to give because I like, this is hard for me to receive, so I don't want to lose it. That's why I don't want to share it with people. But I've learned that the happiest people are people that just give freely, without expectation. They just give and share their gift. So I just want to invite you guys, if you have gifts, skills, talents, certain personality trait, a certain character, experiences, a unique perspective, a faith that is contagious, I want you to share that with the world right now. I want you to share that with the world, because sometimes our life is a reflection, most of the time it's a reflection of our faith for sure, but a lot of times we don't get what we want in life because it's not that we're doing something bad, but because we're not sharing the great things that is inside of us. And I'm a true believer that all of you guys watching this video right now, listening to this episode right now, you have a God-given potential. You were created from a divine material. You were created spiritually. You're of a high caliber person, with a specific DNA, specific special identity. You're the son and daughter of a king with a lot of abilities, that if you know your strengths and your gifts and the things that God has blessed you with, and you start sharing them, not just other people will benefit from it and yourself, but you will do a favor to God and to other people, but you're sharing the gifts that he gave you. One of the things I want to invite you to do, guys, for you guys to do, is I want you to start using social media. I don't know how well you guys use social media, but in one of the courses and on our online community, if you follow me on Instagram, that's something that I'm talking a lot of, just using it because it's free marketing. And this platform can open you so many doors, especially in 2025, because the world is your audience. In the last every 30 days, every month, I get about 10 to 12 million views on my content of people all around the world. I've been getting about, and again, I'm just starting with this. I've learned a lot of mistake. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I did a lot of wrong things. So I've learned a lot when it comes to social media and personal branding. But I was getting up to 1,700 followers in a day, every single day, and I've been able to grow my account consistently by 10,000 followers in the past like 2 months. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great tool that can open a lot of doors. But the cool thing that I like about social media is that it's an opportunity for you to give and share your gift. If you're a singer, if you're an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have certain skills and talents and abilities and faith and perspective, I want you to share them in social media, because you don't you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. And this is what I've learned about life and how God in the universe worked, is that sometimes we think we know everything, but the reality is that most of the stuff that we know is the stuff that we can see in our radar screen, like it's in front of us. But I want you to think about every amazing thing that actually happened in your life. I'm pretty sure it came off your radar screen. Things that you were not even possibly imagining that can actually happen. Opportunities that you were like, holy crap, I never thought like this could be my life, or like this can happen. Maybe you were like maybe you were focusing on the feeling of what can actually look like, but you didn't know the specifics. And that's what I've learned about life. That sometimes it's better to just trust that God in the universe will have they have our best interest. And my job is just give and give and share and hope that, hey, they'll take care of me. And I have trust and faith that the universe and God, they're merciful and just, and they will send me in. I'm going to receive what I'm putting out. Remember that you reap what you sow. So this is a great way to sow and to share your gift. But also, if you want to learn more about personal branding, social media, how to master this stuff, how to go viral, what type of content to post, without sacrificing your core values. That's a mistake I did just to get views and attention. And honestly, God corrected me last year, and He was like, Ben, I need you to change your content and start creating things that edify people instead of create hate and contention and division. Which I did a lot, and I'm not afraid to say, because I learned from it, and I don't want you guys to make this a mistake. But if you want to learn that social media, personal brand, how to start a podcast, how to network with amazing people, like I've been able to network and connect with hundreds and hundreds of celebrities, entrepreneurs, amazing leaders. A lot of these guys are my friends just from this, and a lot of doors have opened in my life just from social media. And if you're not in it, you're leaving stuff in the table. We live in a society right now that it's so easy to stand out if you have the right skills, gifts, talents, message, content, experiences, and faith and perspective. Especially because there's so much bad and garbage and trash content out there, that if you have something quality that is a real Christian you want to share with the world, you need to be on social. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, have a podcast yourself so you can network with other people and all these amazing things. For example, last night I had a call with one of my friends, and that we connected through social media, and he was just telling me he met this millionaire and these other billionaire guys, and he was telling me his experience. He's in LA having all these amazing, and it was dope. We had like a very high frequency, high vibration conversation, and a lot of it came from social media, and literally opened my perspective in so many ways just from listening to what he was experiencing. But anyway, guys, I want to invite you. If you want to learn more about that, there's a link in my Instagram and YouTube. You can click down below. It's a free school community. Everything is free. I'm giving you everything for free, so you can learn those resources and master social media, become an authority and an expert in your niche or whatever you want to do, and master the principles of going viral and personal branding, podcasts, what to post, what not to post, how to choose a good audio, hooks, and all these different things, your message, and all this different stuff. So anyway, hopefully this episode helped you guys when it comes to personal branding, sharing your gift, sharing your skills for free, and just putting that out in the world. And I promise you that will come back a hundredfold. I can't even speak English right now. A hundredfold. It has worked for me, and I promise you that the quality of life just increases and more opportunity, because the universe and God knows that they can give you more because you're just doing so much good. And I truly believe that's when it means seek my kingdom first, and all these things that you need shall be added unto you. build my kingdom, share your gifts, share your talents and skills that I blessed you with, and all the stuff that you need will come to you. Give first before you can receive. Share this episode if it helped you guys. Share with your friends. Tag us on Instagram. And if you have any questions, reach out to my personal Instagram, BenjaPP201. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.